All right, all right. What's going on? Shout outs to everybody in the building. Right back at you again, the hardest working man on YouTube, putting in that extreme time. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. I am your gracious host, right back at the helm of today's show. Good morning, man. It's Player Talk Radio. I am DJ Kuda. Yes, sir, Ski, man. We right back at it, man. You know, recording from a cool location, man. So look, man, it's Player Talk Radio. We in the building. Shout outs to everybody that's hitting the like button. Shout outs to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whether you in the game or not in the game, or haven't done anything in a minute, you know what I'm saying? You definitely got to keep yourself on your toes. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You got to definitely keep yourself up on your toes. Because you're going to be subject to a lot of different things, you know? And whether you're dating or not, man, it's very important and indicative. It's very, very important that whether you want to date or not, that you're, you know, not just your co-workers, but you're outside interacting with people and talking to women and stuff like that, man. This online shit, it's like Neverland, man. It's like Neverland. You know what I'm saying? It's like Neverland. And you could be whoever the hell you want to be online, but I'm going to tell you the truth. That's a bad thing. Especially now in today's society, if you haven't in a long time, or if you don't frequently use your imagination. And it's not even about using your imagination. If you engage in a bunch of just senseless banter, you know, it'll definitely be a detriment to your social skills. Or whatever's left of your social skills. Real talk. Make sure y'all hit the like button, support the hardest working man on YouTube. Shout outs to my bro, Devin D. Always in the place to be. I appreciate you coming through. Shout outs to my bro, David. Akisanya. Kedu. What's going on, man? Shout outs to you. Shout outs to Bronze, Flat Power God in the building. Shout outs to Underrated Darkness. Make sure you guys, this morning at 11:05 a.m., head over to Underrated Darkness's channel. I will be over there chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? I will be over there chopping it up on the Darkness Roundtable. Make sure you hit his page and subscribe to him. You know, really cool brother. You'll be surprised what you can talk to him about. You know what I'm saying? He go outside. Real rap, shout outs to Big Cap in the building. Make sure you guys start the show off right by showing your support, by sharing the show and supporting the show via Cash App or PayPal. Working my ass off. You dig what I'm saying? And that's the thing about the world, man. No matter what's against you, there's a lot against me and this channel, right? And you see, I still religiously show up. Ready to give you the game, ready to put in that work. Not all YouTubers are the same. Now, dating in 2024 is warped. You know what I'm saying? It's always been warped, but for sure, it's warped. You know, I told you guys that a lot of people got their agendas, whether you think that you're active or not, or whether you know what's going on. See, it's my job to a certain degree to know what's going on and to even bring you guys good content, and not even bring you guys just good content, bring you guys, real information on what's going on, because the world as we know it is changing. A lot of people's brain chemistry is changing. I said something a minute ago, and hopefully you guys soaked up the game and take heed to what I said, because we living in a day and age where people's brain chemistry is fucked. And this definitely affects the dating game and the dating world. You know, um, back in the day, as a player, and not even as a player, just in general, even as a square, we could do certain things like called dime shaming. That's the word I have for it. I call it dime shaming. Somebody be like, "Hey, you ain't getting at the baddies, quote unquote. You ain't talking to the quote unquote baddies." And not even just getting at the baddies. It wasn't a thing about getting women. It was getting a certain type of woman. It's about getting a quote unquote baddie. Back in those days, you can. I mean, these days now, but a lot has changed. You can tell if someone's a baddie and if someone's not a baddie. But nowadays, the lines are blurred. It could be a regular girl, average girl, and shit. Even now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Even like with a regular girl or an average girl, you might as well get at the baddies, because the bullshit that you may have to go to or go through just to get some average shit is crazy. You might have to fight a bitch brother. And it's like, damn, I'm going through a whole bunch of shit. She's not even that bad. And she got an attitude problem. And I'm not saying like to judge people like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's beautiful. If you know what to look for and find the beauty in everything and in everybody. You know what I'm saying? But just like the voting system, and just like a lot of different systems that we have, is to make everything all inclusive. The internet also is to make everything all inclusive. But as the saying goes, everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody shouldn't be involved in every single thing. This kind of really dulls down a lot of personality. This dulls down a lot of people's character, and it dulls down uniqueness. Even for men, not just women. Bad enough, a lot of guys don't have standards, don't uphold their standards if they do, or don't even have a concept of standards. And I'm just using, beauty being all inclusive. You know what I'm saying? Because like now everybody looks the same. Everybody's beautiful. It's like your beauty's everywhere, honestly. Beauty's everywhere. Just about. And if it's not, there's so many things that people can do to enhance their look or their beauty. Because that's the world that we live in. Like I said, beauty became all inclusive. A lot of people would assume, back in the day, and even today, just because somebody looks bad or beautiful, that life would be set for them. They have what's called the Rapunzel effect. Oh, life will be set for her. She's pretty. She can, she can do this. She can do that. A lot of people were were judgmental even then, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So when beauty became all inclusive, it devalued in a lot of cases true beauty. Even though true beauty still exists, it devalued what true beauty is. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, it created a lot of mental and psychological concepts, and it created a lot of word I'm looking for. It created a lot of complexes in people, whether it's the beholder, the eye of the beholder, or whether it's the woman. And nowadays, more than ever, people are starting to get diagnosed with all different types of complexes. And they're taking medication for it. And it's like the average person damn near needs to medicate nowadays. People got some type of pills they're taking, some type of drug they're doing, or not even any of that stuff, just simply the phone. The phone can give you an expensive or cheap dopamine rush. And a lot of people have turned into content junkies. Like they just scour the internet, just content. Because we live in a fast food era. Where we want somebody to just keep content. The supply and demand is hard to keep up with sometimes too. Even for the person that's viewing the content. And these pills, dopamine, and all of this stuff, it can and it does mess up a lot of people's brain chemistry. People start getting into shit they shouldn't get into. And then another thing too, off top. We have what's perceived as fame. And we have the rich. And the rich, they're not necessarily famous. Then we got a lot of different types of lifestyles, which also rich is included. Let's not forget that. But we have a bunch of different types of lifestyles, alternate lifestyles. We got, and a lot of these lifestyles they used to be underground. They never used to be, things that, people could really look up on the internet. You had to go outside. Or you just have to be outside to observe certain things and see what other people were doing. You have to be around certain things to be like, hey, damn, I didn't know people do that. You got to get put on to certain things. Hey, okay, what's this about? You know, it was a part of the learning process. And then the messed up part about these like lifestyles and different people learning and indulging in these different things is that you have something called the trickle down effect. And with the trickle down effect, what it will do is that, it will trickle down, obviously, to, I wouldn't even say lower class. It wouldn't, it would trickle down to even poor people, even if it was rich. Like at one point, we didn't have GPS. You know, your car didn't have all the features that a car would have today, even if it's overkill. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have all of those features. But the rich, being that the rich move on and they set trends and they do things. And then you have, a lot of, I guess you could say, less wealthy people that want to appear rich or just appear wealthy. They start getting into stuff. Whether it's a lifestyle, whether they saw it on a rap video, whether, you know what I'm saying, they start even, down to the music, down to the drugs, down to the partying, down to like a lot of different things, right? So you got a lot of people indulging in a lot of different things that they're not normally indulging into. And some people in the game, they may call it being turned out. These people get teed out. And in the dating game, that's some more the same. In today's dating game, it don't got nothing really to do with what a lot of people think it has to do with. A lot of times, it's the women. The women will go on a yacht with some rich folks and see and do some of the the debaucherous stuff that you know that they would see or have done to them on these boats and stuff like that. And they go back to the hood or wherever they from, and they'll find some inexperienced dude and turn them out. They'll introduce them to that shit. That's how they like to be pleased. They like, hey, do this. Hey, what about this? And even dudes, dudes, bring it back. But it's literally the women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the women, they get a taste of different types of lifestyle because a lot of times they pretty or they whatever they got going on, they could be anywhere, at once, and it's not a Dubai joke. So then the dudes, they started indulging into that, whether they get play or not, whether they turned out or not. They started getting into certain things, and then some of these behaviors, they work their way into the industry. And a lot of people, whether you believe it or not, and I'm talking about the corn industry, the cornfields, and a lot of people, whether they believe it or not, they it's everywhere. Whether you find it on the website, whether you go look for it yourself, whether you heard about it, and a lot of dudes start, that's their influence. So they try to copy that. They try to copy the industry. And then the real world has another industry in and of itself, but it does to a certain degree take cue from a different industry. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they try to do it like what they see. It's like, monkey see, monkey do. Even to the point where it's like, that's not how you do it. That's not the way it's done. They'll see somebody on a video do something, or on a they'll see somebody do something, and they'll believe that that's the way it needs to be done. And it's like, that's not the way it needs to be done, but that's what you did see. And it's like, they do it like that to get an angle. They do it like that because they're being filmed. They do it like that, you know what I'm saying, to bring you a production. So a lot of people don't understand what they're looking at. They just repeat it. Some people are just happy to even be doing something anyway, truth be told. And the crazy part is that with all of this stuff going on, the incel, like the real incel, not even the real incel, but like, the deprived, or the incel economy, they're into it also. They indulge in a lot of this stuff, in a lot of this stuff, even through conversation. You look at the young girls out here nowadays. I showed y'all videos of very young women getting into, certain industries and getting around people and doing certain things that they're not supposed to do. And there's really nobody out here to stop them. Then on top of that, we live in, a day and age where people are engaging in a whole bunch of different little alternative lifestyles. And when you try to apply correction or something like that, people will ask you, "Yo, who are you? Who do you think you are to even stop somebody from doing something? How dare you stop somebody from destroying themselves? You're all kinds of phobics." Or they put a word in front of it and do shaming behind it. And masterfully, I tie this conversation back into what I started the conversation with. When the internet made everything all inclusive, you start seeing an uptick in, hey, you're fat phobic, or you're fat shaming. It's crazy how one little domino can create a swimming pool. And then, like I said, a lot of people say, "Oh, I have ADHD." They get sedated. A lot of people say, "Oh, I have depression and anxiety." Here's some pills to get sedated. And then the doctors don't even know what the hell they're giving you for the most part. They're experimenting on you. And then if you go look at some of the side effects on some of these pills and prescriptions, it's even worse than not being able to pay attention. Most people don't have ADD. They're just not interested in that subject. See what I'm saying? Just is what it is. So now you got all of these different live streams and different people out here jumping into certain topics. You don't know if they're taking pills. You don't know if they medicate. You don't know what's going on. Things that used to be taboo or traditional, they seem crazy now. And more than ever now, people are using the internet to create the life that was lived before the internet. The internet makes things simple, but it also makes things complicated. If it's simple to a certain degree, it's complicated. And the funny part is that the internet made a lot of things complicated, because before was the simple life. So why change it? Why change it? Goes back to the saying that if it's broke, don't fix it. All right, let's get into the game. It's Player Talk Radio. Shout outs to everybody here. Hit the Cash app that's posted in the chat. Hit the Cash app. And let's get into it. I got some segments real quickly. Let's go over real quick. A lot of people talking about this, so let's get into it.
What's up, fellas? So, had a loyal patient supporter that wanted me to talk about where do I think this social media age will end for women. Well, guys, I'm going to be honest with you.
It won't.
It's not going to end well for them. Guys, this kind of reminds me of the old school D-boy. Y'all guys remember that old school D-boy? In the Democrat Party. Now, let me explain what I mean. Let's do the Democrat Party first. Guys, I can tell you right now, most of the black community, men included, used to be Democrat. Then at some point, the Democrats started to go heavy pro-women. Probably because they the larger voting bloc, right? Women. So they probably like, hey, if we just get the women, we don't really need the men.
Well, the men
right?
follow the women.
So they started pushing a whole lot of policies.
Keep that in mind. The men follow the women. You've seen it. You've seen it billions of times. You've seen it billions of times here in the manosphere. Even the men that are preaching to you about women, they follow women. Men follow women. I can show you a Corvette. I can run down all the stats. I can show you the engine. I can tell you how fast it'll go, how quick from 0 to 60 it'll go. I can show you about the aerodynamics. I can show you and tell you about how this hood scoop works and this is functional and that's functional. And dudes still wouldn't go get it. But if I take a Coca-Cola and a woman in a tight dress and put her right in front of that Corvette, you're going to go get it. You're going to be like, damn, you're going to consider getting it. And some men, what it communicates to them is that, oh, if I get this car, I will get women. All right, let's go.
Support women. We just keep the female vote. Well, what they did was they alienated a lot of the male votes. So a lot of men who used to be Democrat back in the day are now more conservative. Now, guys, this was not an overnight process. This don't happen.
Stop the show. Stop the show. Shout outs to my bro, Gold Professor, Gold P off in the building. Shout outs to Gold P in the place to be. Gold P said, I don't follow no broads. Oh, and good morning, everyone. Shout outs to Gold P in the place to be. I know that's right, broski. Gold Professor in the building. If y'all ain't subscribed to Gold Professor, you accepting lesson. Shout outs to Gold Professor in the building, man. Big old player in the building. Let's go.
Overnight. Believe All Women was how long ago? That was a few years ago. This is what, 10 years ago? I don't know when to Believe All Women shit. But even before that, they had a lot of stuff pro-women. The Democrat had the shit sold up. That's why back in the day, the conservatives, the Republican Party was fighting so hard to close the border. Now they still is, but you don't see them like hammering over it like they used to be. Because the Democrat done pushed so many men towards the Republican Party that it really don't matter. Y'all guys remember that when the Republicans was having to try to set voting lines, y'all said they was talking, you can't vote past this line, this, that. The Republicans ain't even have to do none of that now. I'm sitting here telling y'all guys right now, anything outside of a heart attack, Donald Trump is going to become president.
Well, I don't know.
How is that?
I don't know about all of that. And if y'all are living under a rock. There was a second assassination attempt on Donald Trump at his golf course, at a golf course, I think in Florida. And like I said, I don't really like how, and I said it with the first assassination attempt, that I don't like how this could be setting a precedent for people to say, hey, I'm about to go and try this, or for people to keep trying to assassinate that man. You know what I'm saying? So basically, people keep trying and trying and trying. That's giving them the green light to say, hey, let's try to get this man up out of here. All right, y'all hit the like button, support the show. Let's go.
Possible. Well, the Democrats push so hard, women, that they basically just told men, we don't need your vote. Nah, you can go somewhere. We got our vote. Got our block over here. Folks, you played them, in the words of DJ Khaled. Let's go to your D-boy. Do y'all guys remember 20 years ago, or what? For all you guys my age, you know where I'm going. But for you young guys, let me educate you on something. Back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, the D-boys had the shit on lock. So you would go to the club, all the D-boys in there stunning. They in there showing out. You in there with your little $10 an hour check. This is when the spoke D rims were big. The Crown Vic had paint jobs and stuff like that. You sitting there, old broke down $500 Chevy Caprice. They pull up in they new Crown Vic on rims, beat music. All the girls come towards them. I can't help but think, where are the guys now? The reason I say all this, guys, the where I'm going with this is everything. I guarantee you, after Donald Trump gonna mollywop that ass so bad, Donald Trump said, I ain't even doing no goddamn debates. Donald Trump said, I ain't even doing no debates. I ain't gonna campaign but once a month. That's how confident he is, because he knows the Democrat done a very damn good job of pushing me into a way.
All right, he still thinks.
Trump, I ain't even doing no debate.
Thinks that Donald. This is an old video. I think it's like 3 weeks ago.
He gonna whoop his ass.
So I guess he believes that Donald Trump will be debating Joe Biden. All right, hold on. Let me. All right, now as soon as I go live, that's when Streamyards wants to start fucking up. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Now as soon as I go live, Streamyards wants to start fucking up. Hold on, y'all. Un momento.
some laws for men because we ain't did nothing to help them.
How it works is
it works.
They play this game where they make laws for women. It makes laws for men by proxy. When women make laws for themselves, they make sure by proxy it makes a different type of law for men. All right. The government kind of like that because they can be vague about signing some shit into place that for some reason will affect and cost men. See, women stimulate the economy. They need women in the workforce. This is why women kind of trick themselves into the economy. Not even kind of, they straight up trick themselves into the economy. The lifestyle that a lot of them want to live, it's basically what I like to call the self-checkout effect. You know, sometimes you go to self-checkout and self-checkout's like, oh, you can do it yourself. You independent. Well, it makes you work for free. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to leave the store any faster. But it sounds good. Yeah, exactly. That's why feminism was put into place to tax women.
For the y'all kids today, I was in a wild homeless documentary. Black guy explaining why he was homeless. He basically was asking, well, I'm homeless because I've been out of jail. So in the
All right, y'all hit the like button, support the show. Let's get back into it.
The homeless documentary. Black guy. And he was explaining why he was homeless. And he basically was explaining, well, I'm homeless because and y'all guys know they don't call no mansion. They don't call no house. Hey, here go your time. Start. Get your ass as I here. What you get? A foot in the ass. I know. Now, he didn't say what he went in out of jail for, but he in
I swear, this thing waits till I go live to start acting a fool. What's going on, Chris G? Shouts to Chris G in the place to be. All right, let's go.
Homeless. Got to keep starting over. Now, he didn't say what he went in and out of jail for, but you ain't in and out of jail for murder. They don't let murderers in and out of jail, except if your name ain't OJ. You ain't in and out of jail for rape. They don't let you in and out of jail for that. They don't let you in and out of jail for bank robberies.
Shit.
So more than likely, what is he in and out of jail for? Probably drugs. Now, he could be in and out of jail for property crimes, you know, breaking into somebody's car, stealing their CD, or, you know, a burglary, a home burglary or something when nobody's at home. But you ain't doing no violent crimes in and out of jail, except if you're in California, New York. You probably could get away in and out of jail for murder in California, New York. We know those shitholes. But anyway, the point being is, he's a perfect example of why this generation of guys ain't claiming to be trap stars like the previous generation.
Peace to you.
Because you see it's a dead end at some point. You see it. We see Big Meech. Any of y'all guys seen Frank Lucas, American Gangster? Any of y'all seen the end of that movie? At the very end of the movie, how did he get out of jail? Just standing there looking, he ain't got nothing. So we got visuals as to this lifestyle doesn't lead to nothing productive. But you need those visuals. We need those guinea pigs to show us. Now we got some visuals to see that ain't how I want to end up. So then when a person sees that ain't how I want to end up, what they do? They pivot.
Well, this is the thing. In the black community, we're separated by a lot of things, you know. And they played these games with us back in the day, called plantation games. You know, we're separated by age. We're separated by skin color. We're separated by who got the bigger hood or plantation, who's on the bigger plantation. You know, we're separated by class. We're separated by jobs. We're separated by clothing. We're separated by smell. These kids nowadays, they looking up to Boss Man D-Lo. And the funny thing is that it's happening so rapidly and fast. You could just even look to the dope boys of yesteryear. Rollo, who's free now. Hell, you could learn a lot from Tekashi 6ix9ine's story. But where are all of these people at today? You know, these younger cats, they're not looking up to no goddamn. They don't even know who Frank Lucas is. When I tell y'all I'm in the Golden Triangle right now, what is that? They'd be like, "Oh, that's old nigga shit." That's old nigga shit. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm young and wavy. ASAP Rocky is considered old generation to these kids nowadays. Trippie Redd, he's like an OG nowadays. Ain't that crazy? Trippie Redd just came out yesterday. But he's an OG. He's an OG I'm just talking about rap. And then even the old heads. I'm not saying that the old heads should know who he is. I'm just saying, you know, both generations needed to keep each other sharp. The old cats need to keep the young cats sharp. The young cats need to keep the old cats sharp. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Man, super old head. Super old head compared to, you know, to the younger generation nowadays. You said it's a huge divide. Some young people actually told me street games are corny and played out. Yeah, they don't go out in the street. They're not jump roping. They don't got a big wheel. If they got a mongoose, a bike, or a huffy or something like that, that's to go rob somebody. These kids nowadays are playing with Dracos. They playing with real super soakers. You don't see no sock 'em bop 'em commercials. Kids are playing with cigarettes and weed and fentanyl. Kids are playing on Figueroa. There is no childhood anymore. I told you guys, the moment you put a cell phone in your kid's hands, that kid is an adult. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. The moment, yeah, they vaping. We used to be impressed by bubblegum and the homo blow pops and Halloween candy. These kids out here vaping like shit. Fucking 10-year-old. Do you even vape, bro? So when you talk about dating robots and transformers and all kinds of shit, man, them kids gonna embrace that. Look at the Generation Z's. They embracing it like shit. And then you got some goofball millennials following along with that shit, as if we don't know. Motherfuckers are using the internet to try to create the world before the internet and get mad at you when you tell them to go outside. Because that was the world before the internet. Your phone is an external organ. They're trying to create the world that you literally just gave them the keys to. Put your phone down and go outside for a little bit. Touch grass, talk to people. See who you meet. I know it don't stimulate as much dopamine in the beginning. I know it takes a little bit of it takes a little bit of getting used to, because you got to really have a personality. You got to really know how to talk and have some profound things to say. You got to be able to get somebody else off their phone. And if they're not on their phone like that, they're looking at you like a goofy anyway.
Watch the Democrat Party pivot at some point. Watch. I guarantee you. If I'm still on YouTube 5-10 years from now, making videos, I want you guys, you're going to say, AMS, you said it. They're going to pivot. They're going to start making laws to making it fair for men. They're going to make it harder for women to put false accusations on men. Watch.
Now, the people that's going to get those laws made and who's going to be affected by proxy is the LGBT. The LGBT has to put women in the chokehold. And not necessarily by attacking women. No, the LGBT got to put women in the chokehold because guess what? The laws for them need to be more special. LGBT is they're gonna have a embargo. They're gonna have femininity in a chokehold. They're gonna be like, yeah, you're a woman, but this is true femininity. What's going on, life? That's why they're working overtime to feed men false femininity. Women are sitting there looking dumb. Matt Walsh asked, "What is a woman?" I don't know. I don't know what a woman is. You tell me what a woman is, Matt Walsh. This nigga's asking them, "What is a woman?" and that shit is a trick question to them. What's going on, Coffee? Hey, big head. Pause. What's going on, life? Y'all hit the like button. Support the hardest working man on YouTube, man. Yeah, it's ma'am. See what women are doing to men? The LGBT is literally by proxy doing the same thing to them. What's going on, Raj? And they see it, but they're acting like they don't understand. They didn't think that their friend that they fought for will turn on them. that friend is looking at them like, you ain't even really fighting for us. You actually against us. We got a party trick for y'all. Just wait until we get men in the chokehold, and they're not even gonna come to y'all rescue. All right?
That's what I tell you. They gonna pivot. They gotta get your vote some type of way. They thought they ain't need your vote. Watch they pivot. And women gonna.
And this is coming from a man that wants to protect women. This is something that if you truly want to protect women, or even the women in your family and your close friends and stuff like that, you would take heed to what I'm telling you right now. Men are more naive than ever.
Pivot too. So I'm gonna go through my list exactly how I think this is gonna play out, guys. Because I don't want to forget now. When I try to do them talking off the top of my head, I tend to forget one every now and then. I probably could do it off the top of my head, but I just want to make sure I don't forget nothing. All right. Number one, guys, this generation will continue to be delusional towards the average man, right? So the average man will continue to go on his own way and just bettering himself.
It's
like
AMS.
I said, guys, this is not going to be an overnight process, unfortunately. So if you're a young man right now, you adapt smack in the social media age, and you're fucked. If you're a 23-year-old virgin right now,
yeah, you're screwed.
And you ain't a gangbanger, you probably are fucked. You're a 23-year-old edgy.
He put on a suit. Coffee couldn't recognize him. Like, who the hell is it? I know I've seen this guy before. AMS. Yeah.
As women like to say, particularly black women. You ain't got swag. You ain't shot 3 people last week. You ain't King Von.
Yeah, if you ain't King Von,
you probably gonna be fucked for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, guys, because none of this shit happens overnight. This is going to take 20, 30, 40 years before women pivot. All right, guys. So I want y'all guys, I'm gonna be honest with y'all guys. Before I go any further, I'm telling you right now, y'all guys mark my words, and I definitely probably be long off YouTube by then. But I'm telling you right now, I'm hoping to be alive by then, but 30, 40 years from now, I honestly think the social media age is going to be one of those footnotes in history that was so pivotal to like history. Right there with the civil rights movement, right there with the crack era. Like if you Google crack era, it got a Wikipedia page. If you Google civil rights, I think in the title of the Wikipedia page is going to be the effects that social media had on dating era. I think that's headed to. Just like prohibition, like all these type of things where you hear and how a lot of gangsters got rich doing prohibition. That's what I honestly feel. Just like you can Google the old J. Simpson trial and all this, the social media age, the dating effects of the social media age, 30, 40, 50 years from now, schools going to teach that to 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 6th, 7th graders. I guarantee you, just like the Aztec in gonna be this era where you see the less marriages, the more lonely, the more monetization shit is that billions of dollars of profit being made on makers, dating apps. They find this and say, wow, marriage, relationships.
time, I think the effects of media in general are actually, yeah, I agree with him. It may take a while for women to get it in general, no matter the color, but especially black women. Yeah, they always run psyops on us. You said, and I say that because he said being a gangbanger like it was last and the only option. That's what I said. We got to have more archetypes of black men to. We have to have more archetypes as black men to identify ourselves as with, because these two archetypes, Pookie and Ray Ray, is really screwing us over, man. Is really screwing us over. Because we lean into that shit. So we believe in those archetypes. Alright? Yeah, women live in the alternate universe. They live in a completely different reality. You said why? Because some black women are getting it now, especially the ones who have sons. They see how their voting could affect. Yeah, yeah. And honestly, it's not even just during the term of pregnancy and stuff like that. It's like when you have a boy, you damn near got to take care of him all up until he's 40 and 50s or for the rest of your life. A lot of those mothers are seeing like, damn, having a son, I really kind of gotta follow this dude around like a wagon. And they never really got into or looked into certain things until it started affecting their children directly. You know? Well, who are responsible is my body, my choice. Yeah. But the funny part is that the L Gibbet is trying to get different bills and get certain things that, like, the L Gibbet is co-opting that my body, my choice bullshit. They need laws for their surgery. They're making this seem like what they got going on is bigger than a woman giving birth, which is absolutely absurd. But hey, their body, their choice too. If they want to get that surgery and all that other crazy shit, America is saying why not? That's true, life. Absolutely. There is a lot of women like that out here. The thing is that with women, it's a weird numbers game. With women, it's like situational. Like you have to, have brothers or come up, or you're just a weirdo, or you just didn't lean into the normal, or your environment really showed you how things really are. Some women don't get the luxury per se to be women. You understand what I'm saying? And they understand that. They're not women like other women. They'll get around other women and be like, this bitch delusional. An environment and certain things will do that to you. You said example, perfect example, Rick Ross baby mom and Woody SL. Oh yeah, Tia Kemp and Woody from YSL. You said Suki Ray, Suki Hana, Ice Spice, Young Thug, Red, Nicki Minaj, Glorilla, and Megan Thee Stallion. He said, DJ Kuda, your Cash App is inoperable. Uh-oh. It's PTV 888. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on with it. Thank you. I appreciate you for supporting the show. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with it. If you could try one more time, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody for supporting the show. If anything, if you guys could hit the PayPal, or I have a website that also makes it easy to donate. But I think it's via PayPal. I'm not sure. But if you can use this website here, and also follow me there, please. I'm gonna put out a lot of exclusive content. It's coffee. I'll put it in the chat. You know, I appreciate everybody that is supporting the show. I don't know what's going on. I switched my Cash App over to a business account recently, so I'm not sure why it's doing this at the moment. But if you guys could try again, it's player talk. Give me 1 second. Let me let this play real quick.
Plummeted. Sex work increased. Profits made by dating apps and using men for resources skyrocketed. I honestly, $1 billion industry right now. Women don't want to fuck you. They want your money on OnlyFans. It's good. Paybacks are coming. Next, guys, this generation of women will eventually grow older. Now they're becoming the Democrat Party. Now they're becoming the drug dealer who was the kingpin back in the day, who had all the cars. Now he's did a bid in jail, and now he's got 2 strikes, and now he's like, if I get caught one more time, I'm never getting out of jail. The Democrats are like, well, now, we need men. We just can't rely on women. We need some men to vote for us too. We need to put some policies in place that even the playing field. No woman should be able to just sue a man and he liquidate all his assets. It's just ridiculous. Y'all guys know it's not fair. The lawmakers have to put something in place that say, woman, if you get caught lying, you on a hook for that lawsuit. Get rid of that goddamn grape shield shit where a woman can accuse you and she hides under anonymity and you is all in the papers. You know what? You can keep it, but put the man in anonymity too. Also, keep him anonymous too until after we get it sorted out. No woman should be able to come forward and sue Michael Jordan for something he did 40 years ago. And this ain't happened, guys. I'm just using Michael as an example, right? 40 years ago, while she hides under she's anonymous.
That's scary though, Eric Burke.
Okay, she can stay anonymous. Okay, cool. He should be anonymous too until this gets settled. Cool. You want to keep her anonymous because she might be embarrassed? Cool. I'm embarrassed too. Keep me anonymous too. Fair is fair. No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. We got to put you all over the papers. A woman. Do any of y'all guys know who the woman name is who told on Michael Irvin, even though he's been proven innocent? The video proving, we still don't know who the fuck she was. We don't know who she was. No, we can't do that. Even though she got caught lying, the Democrats like that. So until they start putting some policies in place for men, they ass gonna stay getting mollywopped, and I hope they ass stay getting mollywopped. And I'm gonna laugh when Donald Trump mollywop their ass. Because guys, I can't be the only one that when you bring a woman home, you literally gotta worry about, is she gonna false accuse me? I can't be the only one. I cannot be the only one that thinks that. She gonna false accuse me? We gotta go through 8 stages just to protect ourselves now. We gotta text her when she get home. We gotta keep communication with her. We gotta screenshot it. Gotta keep receipts. This is fucking ridiculous. And I, for one, am tired of it. I'm, for one, tired of it. Main chick I deal with now, she said, she works in human resources. She said, so one of the women up there just went and told that one of the delivery drivers, she said she felt he over-sexualized her. She said something about he gave her a compliment and she felt it was over-sexualized. They called his company and told him he can't come back out there no more. This is the ridiculousness that he didn't touch anything. He gave her a compliment. She felt that it was overly sexually subjective. And so they called his company and said, don't have him deliver nothing out there no more. This is the ridiculousness that we dealing with. I don't know if he got fired or what, but he couldn't come back out there no more. This is what we dealing with. That's too much power. And I said all that to say this. It's why Donald Trump gonna mollywop that ass come November. Next, guys. So they will grow older. Next, guys, most would be, once they're older, they will grow childless and husbandless, causing a lot of them to go into depression due to loneliness. So what's going to happen, guys, the way this works is you see that homeless, and I'm just going to say ex-drug dealer guy. I'm just going to say that's what he did because let's just take that as that. You see how now all his value is gone as a man. He don't got no money, no resources. So his value as a man is few. Once a woman get older, while she's able to run this field when she's 20 and 30, and some can keep it up to their 40, what are we going to do about 55? What are we going to do about that? You're still relatively a young woman. A lot of women live 75, 80, 85. Women live a lot longer than men. So it's very easy. You can live another 25, 30 years easily. Take care of yourself. Go get your cancer screening.
Shout out. Thank you, bro.
Go to the doctor and get your checkups.
Oh wow, the Kofi bot is in the chat. I had to block my other chat bot. Shout outs to Gold P. Dropping the huge. But I don't know. I got to check PayPal. Hold on. Shout outs to Gold P dropping the huge. $5.92 on the PayPal. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting Player Talk Radio. Well, I didn't know my Kofi bot works, man. Shout outs to everybody subscribe to me over at Kofi. He said, AMS, your confidence will show up in your first presence with women. Women will know who to not play with. I'm one of them. You can't get over on me with an over-sexualized object. Hold on, I'm behind on the chat. Hold on, give me 1 second. Trying to fix something in the back. Shout outs to Gold P supporting the show. Let's go. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.
Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout outs to Gold P. Always supporting Player Talk Radio.
Malik! The fuck is you doing in my deep freezer?
Mom, it's hot.
Get the fuck out of my deep freezer right now. Why don't you get your ass in my deep freezer?
It's hot, Mom.
Where the fuck is my meat at?
Mom.
You took all my fucking meat out of my freezer, Malik.
It was hot.
Put my shit back in my freezer right now.
Yeah.
Put it back! Now!
But Mom, you told me I could turn on the AC.
I don't give a fuck. That don't mean get in my deep freezer, Malik.
But Mom.
Malik, put
Shout outs to Gold P. It's hot, Mom. It's hot, Mama. It's hot. Hot, Mama.
Very easily, a woman can live 80 to 80, 85. Advances in medicine. What are we going to do about them last 25, 30 years? See, now you don't got the sexual market value to go out there and attract a decent quality candidate. So the depression comes from, guys, when you're able to have something and then now you can't have that. That's where the depression comes in. One of the most depressing times in my life, guys, was when I lost that cone factory job. And I remember that trying to go get jobs after that was paying half of that. So that cone factory job, I can't remember exactly what it was. I can't remember. It was 13, 14, or 15 hours an hour. It was somewhere in there. After I lost that job, I'm going out to these other jobs and they want to pay me $7 or $8 an hour. Basically half of what I was making. I was depressed as hell. I couldn't even work them jobs. I was so depressed that I couldn't get back to making what I was making at that cone factory job, which was Genpack, by the way, that I was pissed off. I was kind of depressed. I didn't even want to work new jobs. And this one I was living with my auntie because I couldn't get what I had previously. Well, as a woman who's 25, 35, you're able to attract, good quality men. Now at 55, you ain't got no kids. You've been doing that sex work, transactional relationship shit all through your youth. Now you're 55, a lot of them are going to be childless and husbandless. And now you don't even got that sexual market barrier to go and get you a good quality man. So you got to reduce yourself to becoming a quote unquote sugar mama or dating a man who ain't really got shit going for himself. I'll be depressed too. And this is when the shit's going to start pivoting. Same way I tell y'all guys with the Democrat Party, the same way they're going to start pivoting when they see they lost a lot of the black male votes. It's the same way that a lot of the younger women coming up have something they're going to look and they're going to say, I don't want to be like that. So what I anticipate, guys, 20, 30, 40 years from now, I anticipate CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all running segments
the thing is,
on lonely.
The new women are going to be in, and the new style of dating is going to be in, and they're going to try to overlook certain classes of women while keeping them in the workforce. And the newer women are going to step on the younger women. I mean, on the older women, which is going to be fucking ridiculous. But let's go.
Middle-aged women. Y'all guys know the same way they doing these studies now on the rise of sexless men. Y'all see all these documentaries now, sexless men, the rise of incels, sexless men. See them all the time, right? School shootings, sexless men. Mass shootings, sexless men. You see how that's a big talking point now? I think 30 years from now, when this generation of women now, that 25-year-old girl who now she's on social media and just wants attention and transactional sex work, 30 years from now, she's going to be childless and husbandless. And she's going to be a case study. That's what's going to happen. And 30 years from now, when girls of the next generation see that woman, that's when women going to say, you know what?
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say that gone are the days that grandma can party with her granddaughters. But I don't really, I mean, it's an industry. People make a lot of money. I don't really see them, making women really step up. I mean, they need to balance women in the economy between working and spending money. But see, the thing is that they women are a double-edged sword because they can spend your money and that's just as good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they don't really penalize women for scamming and doing all that other stuff, unless it's this Chase credit card bank thing that they got going on right now. And they're not even locking women up, they're locking up dudes. And women are telling the Chase credit card fraud people, well, I got a kid to feed. What's going on, Tech Rel? Vivica is a good example. But nah, man, I mean, you got, did y'all see that video? Did y'all see the that new picture of Lizzo? Lizzo on y'all ass. Lizzo like, hey, look, I'm dropping this goddamn, I'm on y'all ass. Like, I'll be damned if I don't get a man in the future. Monique did it. Skinny bitches are evil. And then she, you know, went and dropped the weight. You know, and then you got a lot of women that feel that they don't got to make those, you know, do anything drastic like that. Cause it's like, well, they be like, oh, well, I still got a man. So, and I'm not even gonna lie. If you a big girl nowadays and you really don't feel like losing the weight, you kind of really don't have to. Big girls are getting quality dudes. You know, what's going on, Toya? Shout outs to Toya. Toya will tell you. Toya says she used to be a big girl and she got in the gym, got it right, got it tight. And she'll tell you that it takes a mental change first before it physically appears. You know? Yeah, Lizzo is still Lizzo mentally, right? I'm glad you said that, because I was just saying, you know, it's a mental change. But shit, what I explained to y'all in the beginning, women really don't gotta lose the weight like that. And I'm not gonna lie, they'll be right. You know, it's just that you got a gang of women that act like Beyonce, but they're not built like Beyonce. You know, that can be off-putting. But those women can get quality dudes. The big girls be getting quality dudes. I see them getting I see them getting quality dudes all the time. So that's not even a problem for them. All right.
I better not goddamn spend on my youth twirling around thinking I'm gonna be young forever. I better not use all my youth chasing after high value men who just want to play and play and play and play. They values and they money. They gonna stay good. My ass the one that's getting old. My ass the one that gotta have a child by 45. Or I'm gonna be just like those women that I saw on CNN and Fox News last night. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be
and what y'all are seeing more than often now. Women are having babies in their 40s. And they're attractive women having babies in their 40s. Their first kid. And let me tell you how much they lead the charge with the alternative stuff. You're seeing women freeze their eggs. You're seeing women getting into all different types of alternative ways of having kids. And the sad part is that you got a lot of dudes not even looking women's way nowadays, man. I know a lot of guys will be like, man, that's a good thing. But you would think guys are going to be productive. You would think guys are in monk mode. You would think guys are taking time to learn about themselves. You would think, but they're not. They're actually looking at other dudes. They're looking at other dudes. They are absolutely 100% looking at other dudes and getting into different type of lifestyles and doing a lot of crazy shit. And it's not underground no more. This is why you got the women pretending to be trans dudes and siphoning money out of the LGBT economy. That shit is funny. And I dare one of you weak ass niggas to be like, oh man, see that's the players. No, that's the trick dudes. So you might want to pay attention or look at some of these dudes that was running around here pushing that trick and shit. Because in the street for the dirty meat don't always stop at women. Oh yes, it don't always stop at women. We don't know what you in the street for. What's good on D-Mac? Yeah, he does look like a teacher. Everybody's thrown off by his appearance.
On middle-aged, childless, husbandless women who are battling depression. And it's going to be this generational young women, but this is going to take time. So you guys are pretty much fucked. Right? You guys are pretty much fucked. It's just the way it is because people don't believe shit until they see it. So as much as Kevin Samuels wanted to preach this, as much as I see some other guys in the manosphere preach this, I see a lot of guys in the manosphere preach this, talk this, and say this, women go in one ear and out the other because they don't believe shit stink. But that next generation, when they go and see these documentaries, they gonna know shit stink because they gonna see it.
Oh, they're gonna be living it.
Okay, guys. So you young guys are battling the depression now because you can't get women because they all chasing older, more successful men because they want monetary relationship. You have no value to them. They don't want to build.
Shout out to Devin D in the place to be.
You're dusty. They don't want you. That's what they classify.
No, but see, this is the thing. By the time the younger or the generation after this sees what we're talking about, by the time they see it, it might be too late. They might already be living that lifestyle. They might already be gay already. There's a lot of people that's gonna be gay and they're gonna dip on the other side of the fence and they're gonna get mad. Especially if they didn't come across this information earlier. Wait until that generation comes. And remember, if y'all didn't realize, remember I told y'all a minute ago, you're going to start to see an uptick and rise in black school shooters? You seen it now. Shootings in front of the school, shootings at the school, shootings inside of the school. Black kids never used to shoot up schools. Starting to see it with the younger generation. I've been giving y'all the game.
The Dusty. Well, I'm an engineer, yeah, but you just started. Check back in 10 years when you
kids bringing artillery.
The peak when you making $300,000 a year. Now you just making 65. Check back in 10, 15 years. That's how they treat you. But payback's a bitch, guys. So that's how I see it ending, guys. But it's gonna take a generation. All right, guys. I'll get back with you guys later.
Yeah, I mean, 14-year-old kids know who Andrew Tate is. Nah, black kids are shooting up schools, man. I'm telling you. They shooting up schools now. Shout outs to Earn in the building. Y'all hit the Cash App. I don't know what's going on with it. I need to check to see if it works. I just updated it, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. No, there's other little shootings. I'm not gonna stop my show to go look for that. I put it out there. There's like 2 other little shootings that happened. Even in my area, they're shooting up the schools in the DMV area. You know, it is in the news. It's not mass school shootings. Obviously, they got ops and stuff that they got. But kids been killing each other in school for a minute. That dude that just got killed over the summer, Bloodhound Little Jeff, man, he killed 2 kids. He killed 2 dudes in the high school. So maybe that's one thing that that's not gonna change. Dudes are, lighting up their ops in class and shit, but hey, it is what it is. Now, like I said, there's a lot of people that believe that they know about dating, I keep telling y'all, a lot of people are doing too much logic and too much math when it comes to dating, and dudes don't understand women when it comes to dating. They never did, because they keep inserting their biases into it. I didn't get a chance to take a look at this, so let's get all the stuff out of the way. Here's another whole math video getting broken down by mediocre tutorials and reviews. Let's see who can really break this down. Let's go.
So what the hell is this all about? This video is about levels of thinking. It is theoretical, which is fast.
And let me tell y'all something. What's going on, Andre? I've never seen dudes do this type of math for like women that they want, or marriageable women and stuff like that. They always do this type of math for hoe, i.e. and super deep dive logic into promiscuous women that they damn near shouldn't want anyway.
So what the...
Look at this. Spiral dynamics, developmental levels, how this level feels from the what? And yeah, you can probably, with certain archetypes of women and stuff like that, you can make revelations and stuff. But go outside, bro. Go outside. Go outside, man. This ain't it. You got a lot of time on your hands. And you're not a psychologist. And if you were, you wouldn't be dating hoes. All right, let's go.
The hell is this all about? This video is about
this is ridiculous.
This theoretical, which is
so
fascinating.
He has
and also has color.
Hold on, y'all. Shit is uber ridiculous.
Diagram a lot in my videos because it helps explain some of the wild things that people say and do. It's based on the work of several researchers. I'm trying to make it easier to read for a wider audience. This is my interpretation of a model of consciousness that I studied. It includes quadrants, levels, lines, states, and types. Today I'm talking about levels. I won't do this short version
and
to get it out of the way.
Based off of manosphere logic, he probably does not understand.
Get the ball rolling. But before we get started, here are some misspelled vegetables because I'm told that it helps if I'm choosing. Here's a cactus. So these levels,
man.
This guy's channel is called Whole Math.
Right.
This video right here has over 1 million views, so I'm assuming that it's good. Let's go through and break it down.
Are stages of psychological development. They have
1
been
million
studied
views don't equal truth. Equals 1 million views.
By numerous researchers. Some of the most famous models come from Jean Piaget, here's a snapshot of his work, and Abraham Maslow, who had the hierarchy of needs.
Right.
Everybody is born down here, and nearly everybody gets up to at least this stage by adulthood. There are many factors that determine how you will develop and when, including your surroundings, your choices, your culture, and the brain you were born with. These are the quadrants. They are different ways of looking at reality. In this case, this would be your mind, your brain, your culture, and your society. They all happen at the same time because the mind is the brain.
People are just trying to secure a date and maybe some coochie for tonight. Nobody's thinking about societies and Maslow and brain. Nobody is thinking about none of this shit, man.
And culture is a lot of minds, and society is what those minds do.
Constantly happening.
I should also say that people are never really in a level. You just slowly develop the ability to think at higher levels as you gain experience.
All male philosophy. See, women will get on the internet and automatically be relationship gurus. You got to read philosophy books and all this other kind of you gotta be a fucking PhD. They just gotta have an internet connection. Look at Tyrese. His ex-lady is on here giving dudes the game and gospel for some shit that and telling dudes how Sigma males and what she likes and what she's attracted to, and explaining to y'all how Sigma males work while she's dragging him back and forth to court. I don't think I saved that video. It was a video of somebody asked her, what does she do? This man up here doing advanced calculus.
But we all use the lower levels every day. When you have to use the bathroom, for example, that's a level 1 process. It's not a complex style of thought, it's just a feeling or an urge.
Yep.
So some people make it up to higher stages, and some people never do. Most people on Earth spend most of their time in these 4 stages, and this one is only very common in modernized places.
Okay.
And it's the first stage where you can adopt a world-centered level of understanding. Which means there are right and wrong ways of thinking. So you would either be doing it right or you're not.
No
and then
gray
they
areas.
would say you're either doing it right or you're not. After that, it's more like, well, maybe I would think that way if I was from there,
I'm not
or
gonna
maybe
lie,
I would
dudes
be.
that really don't do good with women, they pulverize their brain and their thoughts with all of this shit. Dudes that really don't do good with women, they pulverize their brains with this type of shit. Respectfully. You're drawing a doodle of a little man with a Star Wars shirt on, man. Just go outside.
More like you if I lived your life. That's where global thinking begins. Speaking of global thinking,
that's it to a kindergartner. And you say, is it bad to steal? Yes or no? The majority of kindergartners with, parents and teachers, right? Like the majority of them are just going to be like, yes, it's bad to steal. But what if you enter in the idea that, well, this family is hungry and the father of this family got laid off from their job, or they were recently robbed, right? For most kindergartners, they would still say, yes, stealing for food is bad. But if you put that same question in front of, like, let's say high schoolers with a general more mature level of thinking to consider people outside of themselves, what that they're going through, be able to have empathy for people, you'll get much different answers. Let's keep going.
I hope it's also a limited time that we stay in these lower levels of thinking. Let's talk about what they are and how they work and how to move on.
Okay.
Before I get started, I should say that
really sit in front of a woman and open up this book and be like, okay, this is what I'm really getting into this pathology to come get you. She gonna look at you like, yeah, nice drawing, bro. You don't have to do all of this thinking to get women and shit like that. They drink liquor too and beer and hang out at clubs and dance and just want to have fun. Like they don't want to talk about colloquialisms and philosophy and shit. Right, Gold P. She's at the club trying to hang out. She's not trying to do calculus.
Here does not always mean better. Some people watch my videos where I talk about my mistakes and they say, oh, you think you're at a high level? You sound like a jerk. But higher doesn't mean better person. It means more aware.
Conscious.
So here's the lower level of awareness, seeing things.
Yep.
And then as you go higher in the levels of awareness, it becomes much more complex. You're seeing people.
Beings, a horrific thing to consider. Imagine, because to be in a relationship with a loving young woman who's really a ride or die for you, right? Why would you then want to be all things? It seems as though your level of awareness would constrict you from that degree of joy or happiness, where, especially if the things that you see, if they're uncontrollable in nature, right? One of the quickest ways to get stressed out is trying to control the uncontrollable, right? And you'll begin to see when you get
one drunk man is smarter than 4 women. what that African dude said. Man, if y'all don't go smoke some weed and come up with these theories by your own damn self, I think both of them are high.
To these higher levels of awareness or consciousness, that many of the things that happen around us are uncontrollable. So keep going.
And so when I make mistakes in here, I use
fucking logic. See, when you look at the girl, then you got to look at her from an ethereal level, and then when you get to the ethereal level, then you tap into the shadow realm, and then it activates your chakra, and then your third eye comes open, and then you become Jesus, and then you bruh.
Usually know exactly why they're happening. I usually can say things like, I
'Cause you can
choose
get to the
women
root.
who probably will not stick around. Why? Because I don't think I can support them anyway. Well, why does that matter? Well, usually most of them want a higher level of support that I can provide. And
Yeah.
why does that matter? Well, it doesn't feel good
Hypergamous.
when they leave because I can't support them. Okay, well, why do those feelings
That's not
matter? Can you change it
hypergamy.
some other way? Can you get it back?
Man, y'all are just a ball of manosphere quotables, man. That is not hypergamy. What he's talking about has nothing to do with hypergamy.
Better job or something? Well, I tried to do that. I'm doing the best that I can. Is there some way that you can change the way you try to get money from the world? Well, I've already done everything I can here, and this kind of gets fuzzy. So why am I spending time with the wrong woman? Comes back to this experience that I've had over and over and over again, and I haven't been able to fix. It's
All my Six Sigma, green belts, black belts.
No, it's not. What's going on, Shannon B? No, it's not. Why do you like a certain type of woman? Because that's what you're attracted to. Just accept that you're attracted to that. And if you want to change that, start dating other women and challenge your attraction. That's a definite. You can start dating other women and challenge your attraction to certain things. Hey, I never really dated girls that wear glasses. Now I made an effort to talk to girls that wears glasses. Then you start finding out, like, damn, a lot of them are hot. A lot of them are hot. Now I like girls that now I like to date girls that wear glasses. I'm in a relationship with one right now. I found something new. Like I don't know, man. I'm done, man. I'm done. These dudes just fall into the same holes all over again.
Out there, this might look a little bit familiar. He's using the 5 whys technique in order to understand the problem behind the situation that he's encountering. I find videos like this so fascinating when you begin to see some of the scenarios or structures or frameworks that are put into place, such as from consulting agencies, right? Like the Big Four.
This is intellectually jacking off. That's what it is. It's an intellectual jack off section. It's an intellectual jack off session. Pause.
Or McKinsey and Accenture into dating mechanisms or mechanics. Very interesting. Let's keep going.
The ability to see through what's going on in your mind and also to see through similar levels of complexity in what's going on in the world around you. So it's not about being good, it's about getting it.
Nigga will do all this. Nigga will do all of this shit. Nigga will do all of this shit and go date a hoe.
Up in the levels does not always make you more effective. In fact, this level is famous for making people into hippies. This is the point in development where you begin to understand that everyone has their own way of seeing things.
You know what's funny? If you listen to enough home math, it becomes intellectual bro science. Dude, just trust me, bro. It becomes intellectual bro science, y'all.
So who's to say what we should and should not do? This is an illustration of an interaction from each level. This girl is getting validation from a guy that she's not interested in.
Right.
So she knows how to get the validation, and then she stands back and she can plan how to give less to get even more.
Yeah.
And then she looks at that and asks, well, is that the right thing to do? Not really. But am I going to do it anyway in this circumstance because
How
I
you
think
gonna
it would
tell
be
us what the girl gonna say? How you gonna tell us what the girl gonna say?
better overall? So that's in order. Wanting something, knowing how to get it from someone
someone else.
knowing how to
How to
control
manipulate.
the
Without
interaction.
telling me you never got hoes like that for real.
Knowing whether that's right or wrong according to the rules that you live by, and then becoming the author of your own sense of right and wrong. And then when you take another step back to this hippie level, it's like, well, who is anyone to judge my choice?
Oh, this the hippie level. I think that's why I don't like hippies as much, is because, you know, they live in free spiritness and they kind of create their own identities outside.
I bet you he got high as hell and start drawing all of this shit and talking to himself.
Out of the formulaic structure or framework of a society, generally know using facts, data, and statistics, what is the best way or the most accurate way to attack some situations in life. When you get to that 6th point, it can bog you down because your perception of reality is based off of each individual perception outside of the facts, data, and statistics. Very interesting. Lego.
Right, go Pete. Quick maths. Quick maths.
My choices are right for me, and so there isn't really such a thing as right and wrong. It's just what works for me. That's why they call that level the individualist.
I don't like
Different
those
people go through the levels differently. And when I went through this one, it really stressed me out. I felt like I couldn't get my feet on the ground. I saw so many different ways of seeing the world, so many different philosophies, so many different life choices, and I didn't know how to pick one. And if I can't pick one, then I can't get anywhere. So I would say, I don't know what to do. And people would say, just pick something. And I would say, how do I know what to pick? And they would go, pick something you like. And I would go, how do I know what I like? So I really like to plan things out. I like certainty. But at this level, you realize that you're never going to know what happens until you try it. So it goes what I see, what you see, what works for me, what works for us. And then, hey, look, those people have a different thing that works for them. That's level 5, when you can say, okay, I'm like this because I'm from here, and you're like that because you're from there. And then at level 6, it's like, well, where I'm from is really just myself. Everybody is just from their self. And so how can one self have an idea that's better than any other self? Whereas at an earlier level, you might be able to say something like, well, my dad was an accountant, and so I'm an accountant. That's just what we do. And you don't have to deal with any of this uncertainty.
So again, to my earlier point, going up in the levels may be less happy because you can construct your way to confuse your way, right? Because there's so many options based off of so many options. Again, being more aware. But if you're less aware, it can act.
See, Kuda, it's intellectually over your head, bro. The options of options of options of options of options. What?
Actually be a much more joyous or happy experience because there's much more of a direct path of what do you choose going forward. Interesting. It's almost like there's a degree of balance in life when it comes to consciousness. I think this is also why some
you MTR, you pulling shit out of a rabbit hat, bro. You don't know what the hell that man just said. You could not have gotten all of that from that. You could not have gotten all of that from that.
Sometimes you see the ultra conscious have the most unhappy lives. Right. I wonder if there's statistics regarding the degree and the level of consciousness and wanting to self-delete. We all understand that self-deletion is not
real conscious people feel this shit. They don't have to intellectually psych themselves out with some shit they don't understand. Nah, I think it's like incels get incels. Like, bro, they do all of this shit. They do all of this shit to date women where you're like, bro, you done did all of that to end up with her? Respectfully. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, let me let this play real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me tell you, they do all of this shit. What's going on, UFO? Hold on. They do all of this to date women with tattoos on their knuckles, man.
Not correlated to level of money. You have rich people with, I might say, a high degree of self-awareness or consciousness being as unhappy in life and wanting to end it as much as poor people. I think that's very interesting as well. Let's keep going.
So higher is more complex, but complex is not always
It's not
good.
better.
The way I explain it is that you can have a really good shoe or a really bad car, and I think what I have is a sinking cruise ship. So if higher is not always better, then why should we grow? Well,
and side note as well, I actually think that higher not always being better is why religion works so well for a lot of different people, because it kind of gives you this assumed level of consciousness based off of something that was created before you, but it's a rubric of things that you should do or virtues that you should believe in or morals that you should indoctrinate within your life to set you on a more controlled path. If you do this, then that which is positive, according to this this book that was created 1,000 years before you, what is going to equate to a degree of happiness because you're doing these things what the book says that you should be doing. All right, let's keep going.
Because higher is usually better. If everyone was at these lower levels, we would not be able to have grocery stores and electricity. We have a complex world, and it requires complex thinking, and some problems cannot be solved at the level they came from.
Right.
Everybody watching this is going to minds or capacities or the ways that you use your intelligence are all going to be developed to different levels.
Yeah.
It's possible to be very lopsided. For example, you could have your cognitive line all the way up at 9, but your moral line all the way down at 3. You could also be higher up than another person overall, but they're still way better than you at a particular thing.
Yeah.
For example, this could be somebody who really understands history and politics to a high degree, but has low empathy, and this would be someone who kind of gets it but is great with people. So as I go through them one by one, try to remember where you went through them and what that felt like and where you think you are.
And what's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy, how old are you?
I am 43.
43. And what do you do?
Listen to this shit.
Welcome in. Y'all have to know that. And what's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy, how old are you?
I am 43.
43. And what do you do?
They been lost me. And yes, MTR, you want to date women with tattoos on their knuckles also. All right. They'll do all of that shit, and this is what they want. This is what they want.
I just can't. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking up best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my influence. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking up best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my influence. Bitch hit me up, say she gon' turn me up. No, she got ass on her, she thick as fuck. Tonka truck. Say she got gang with her, and they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
God damn. Stop lying to your fans. Like, man, all right, so yeah, they at level 1. Yeah, they at level 1. They on the visceral level. They ain't fooling nobody, nigga. You want stop listening. Y'all listen to too much Kevin Samuels. Y'all don't even know the man. You can even meet him and don't even know him. Kevin was on some BS. He took the logic from here and was spinning it into his own thing. Sadly, Kevin met his demise before he got his you know. Oh, Nightbot, I'm gonna have to get you up out of here again, player. Nightbot. Damn, I gotta moderate my damn mod. Shout outs to Andrew. Andrew said we love and support you, Diddy. Nah, Diddy was on the last show. You can leave that comment over there though. Oh, Andrew was wilding? Okay. All right, Nightbot. I gotta program that thing, y'all. He's racist. He's racist. I got a racist Nightbot, y'all. Maybe I gotta turn him into Daybot. But nah, you know, I'm telling y'all, man, like, you doing all of this whole math, and you don't even know math. We know what you want. All of this.
Actually fall into this as well. If you're not a person who wants to care about history or politics, and you find as though that it is not something that is a part of you and akin to things that you want to learn about, then don't be that person. Don't have other people try to tax or put things onto you that you should know. Because if you don't know this as much as I know this, then you are not as smart as me, that you're not as cognitively inclined as me. It's bullshit. And to a degree, it's a degree of manipulation, because it's a way for them to feel less secure about other things that they may not know, or make you feel less empowered because they know these things when you don't know these things. Figure out what works best for you and be the master of that. If it behooves you or it's valuable to you to learn other things outside of that, then so be it. Like, for example, the content in this side of the internet, in this side of the space, there's a lot of young men that were coming in here bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, unbeknownst to them, the importance of understanding female nature as they go off in their lives and they create relationships with women. A lot of people.
Bro, you do not care about female nature. I will show you female nature. I will show you female nature.
I just began. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born with it. And no, I can't move without my effing. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born with it. And no, I can't move without my effing. Shit, bitch, hit me up, say she gon' turn me up. Know she got ass on her, she thick as fuck. Tonka truck. Say she got gang with her, and they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
There you go. That's female nature for you. How much math can you do on that? Now, how much calculus do you get from that video? You got way more information from that video.
People have upped what that was. I say that that's right here because they begin to understand the importance of it going forward. So if it works for your life, work on it. If not, keep it moving. Let's go.
And this would be someone who kind of gets it, but is great with people.
We gonna understand what you talking about. She thick as fuck. Tonka truck.
So as I go through them one by one, try to remember where you went through them and what that felt like and where you think you are now. Okay, level 1. I call this survive because it's just basic moment to moment.
Bruh, survive?
What do I need? Do I need food? Do I need sleep? It's just my own feelings, and there's no such thing as someone else's mind.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to go download that. I'm about to shit.
I just began. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my evening. I'm fucking on her, and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my evening. She bitch hit me up, say she gon' turn me up. No, she got ass on her, she thick as fuck. Tonka truck, say she got gang with her, they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
She thick as fuck. Tonka truck. Shout outs to AR the Mermaid. She one of the newer younger artists coming up. She's actually pretty good. I actually like some of her. Oh Lord. all this fucking writing. He got like a bunch of BCRs and paragraphs on here, bro. It's like, bro, you will throw that away for one of those girls in that video. She thick as fuck. Tonka truck. UFO said I need a condom just to watch.
If we were living in this level, we would be in small survival bands, and we would not be thinking much about each other's thoughts. We would be doing what we must in order to survive.
Yep.
Level 2, I called Connect, because now you can think about what is in someone else's mind. What does this person want or need? Primitive people at this level will sometimes do rain dances or throw virgins in a volcano. I'm not sure if that's real, but it's the kind of thing this because
I don't know. I think whole that was probably like locked in the house or stayed in the basement for a long time. And then like probably mid-20s, and he maybe decided to go outside, and then started getting a little bit of like a late, I wouldn't say a late bloomer, but like it's like a difference between he's probably a combination of a late slash like kind of like late bloomer, like procrastinator. He kind of strikes me as like a late bloomer slash procrastinator. I mean, it's never late. It's never too late to get started, but like he's telling you basic stuff. I mean, you'll be surprised how much basic stuff people don't know. It's like, oh yes, they're called other people. Yes, they have thoughts too. Yes, they breathe air and they walk around and they have feelings and they feel a certain type of way about certain things. And yes, they also too use their brain. They think too. Oh, he called him a genius. Remember, y'all gotta remember, MTR is new to this red pill stuff. He's still y'all be forgetting. Y'all be forgetting he's still a guest. I know y'all would let anybody in these manosphere spaces and call them OGs and stuff like that, but this is the blowback from it. Respectfully. He put in a lot of work. But it's content. You're still a guest. If you don't talk to other people in the space and expand your knowledge and ask real questions like, yo, where did the concept to this day, y'all, I have not seen another man or content creator using our words or using our slang and terminology reach back and at least say, hey, what is hypergamy? You know what they do? They go on the internet and go look it up, and guess what? The internet's going to give them a vague answer. And that's why they're not using that word in its proper context. That's why that word is messing up a lot of people. The manosphere, the reason why women never used to use that word at all. We kind of, showed them that it exists. Then they start using it and then saying, oh, well, I'm a hypergamous dating coach, because it's a big $20 word. And when somebody go look it up, it makes them sound like they're more sophisticated than what they really are. And the concept of hypergamy is not really sophisticated. The reason why the men in this space brought up the concept of hypergamy is because men kind of feared hypergamy more than women actually used it. Women don't even really use hypergamy nowadays because they're not really dating for survival purposes. They don't have to, because other men make sure the street lights are on. Other men make sure the roads are paved. Other men go hunt down buffaloes and cows and stuff like that and bring them to grocery stores. So they don't need to really date for survival. And the reason why the word became a staple in the space is because other men feared losing their women to greater men. Whatever that means these days. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's all subjective. It's all subjective. Because a guy that knows he's a great man, he would laugh at that. And probably even become instantly unattracted to the lady. Because she would be that dumb to do that. Even if the man is greater than her. Or him. My bad. And then woe is you to think that every single woman can practice hypergamy. That's untrue also. That's like saying, oh, every time she dates, she ends up with an alpha male that's better than her. No. She would have been married. Hypergamy is like a four-way street. But see, when you're just repeating people in stuff that you hear on the internet, you're not gonna know these things. You know, you gotta come to Player Talk Radio and listen in the clouds, and then run back to your channel and steal the shit. And not even doing a good job stealing the shit. And the funny part, though, Devin D, it's not even if she's looking to date up. It's not even if she's looking to date up. The dudes are just mad as that she's looking to date somebody else other than them. They'll be saying that she practiced hypergamy when she really didn't. You know? The dude be more interested in the other guy than she is.
The volcano is angry because it wants something. And what do I want? Virgins. So level 2 is all about what I do affects what other people think about me and what they do for me. Basically, like this. If we were living at level 2, we would be in small tribal groups, and we would be focused on safety and security and maintaining functional habits and dependable practices just day to day.
Okay.
Level 3, I called control. This level is still very popular in modern society. So at level 1, I have a mind with feelings and needs, and at level 2, I know that other people have minds with feelings and needs, and sometimes maybe I think a volcano does too. And at level 3, now I know that other people are aware that other people are aware that they have feelings and needs. So I know that these people have a relationship to each other the same way that I have a relationship to this, and to this, and to this, and to this. Now I know he has a relationship to her. So instead of just direct connections, this creates social situations. Here is a woman seeing man bad on her phone, and then she sees the man in her life and goes, oh, wait a minute. If man bad, then maybe that man bad. And then at level 3, you would step back and say, well, what do I do about this situation? Why is he being bad, and what can I do about this relationship? If we were living at this level, we would be living in something like the Roman Empire, a mythic, feudal, and exploitative empire. You see this level a lot in things like the mafia and in sports teams, firemen, police, military. So even though these levels 2 and 3 involve thinking about thinking, it's mostly just for the purpose of getting what you want and having power over others. Level 4 I called belong because the primary drive is to fit in, and that drive is motivated by what they call second-person perspective. So again, at level 1, you have your own feelings, urges, and needs. At level 2, you see those of others and you can react to them, but it's still all about what those feelings mean to you. And at level 3, you understand that you're in a complex social web of relationships, and you can react to those relationships and exert control over your situation. And at level 4, that's when you realize everyone is in their own situation. That's where we get the classic folk wisdom of don't judge somebody until you've walked a mile in his shoes. You are in this situation over here, but imagine if you were him in this situation over here. Maybe
empathy.
You would have done what he did too. That doesn't come online until you get the second-person perspective at level 4. When level 4 was brand new, it was basically medieval empires. It says mythic empires here, nation states. Basically, large groups of people that lived by a set of rules that they shared, as opposed to the do what you want mentality of level 3. Level 4 focuses on good versus evil. The entry to that level is called the diplomat because of the way that they focus on acceptable behavior and social norms. That's their way of getting over the problems from the previous stage. You can tell when second-person perspective is coming online in children because they start looking in the mirror.
My head is spinning right now. What?
More. They start to realize, oh, I have other people looking at me the way that I look at other people and I have feelings about them. They're looking at me and having feelings about me. So I better be up to their expectations. Level 4 is the beginning of what we traditionally refer to as morality. Here again is the woman seeing man bad on her phone, and then she feels like, well, maybe this man is bad because my phone said so.
And that's one thing that be tripping me out. Y'all be thinking for women and be way off. It's like, bro, stick to your own thinking first before you can start trying to predict what other women are thinking and shit like that. Like y'all be thinking for them, thinking that they think like you, and they absolutely don't. You think I give a fuck if a woman sees a bad man on her phone? If she thinks you're bad, then guess what? Okay, we'll move on to one that don't think you're bad. He said, man, he made a chart on Forever Fuckboy vid, and me and my homeboy spent 30 minutes decide. Who's that? Who's that? You got a link, Devin D? Who's that?
Projecting that onto him, having a negative experience, and then deciding what to do about it. I'm going to break up with this guy. He must be bad because I felt like it was true when I saw it on my phone. And then out here, she takes a step back and looks at herself as if she is a second person, which is why they call it second person perspective, and thinks, is that the right thing to do? Right. This is the first point where it becomes obvious that consciousness is important, because a lot of people see things on their phones or on TV and it gives them a feeling, and then they see that feeling coming from
FTR is reviewing a video right now, or on this video? This are you calling Home Math Forever Fuckboy? Shout outs to Go P. Go P said, okay, brothers, here's some game. You hit my Cash App afterwards. You won't get broads on your team with material things. You get more broads with these phrases. No, bitch, I can't and ain't, bitch. I can't, no, bitch, I can't and ain't, bitch. There you go. Oh, that's the name of the video, Forever Fuckboy. Okay. Yeah, I reviewed some of Whole Math stuff. I really be trying to give him a chance. He does good stuff. I mean, certain concepts he gets it down, but it's like, bro, you're doing too much. Now, there was a pickup artist that I know that was similar to Whole Math, and I got a lot of game from him. I don't use his stuff, but his stuff does absolutely work. He was talking about like micro loops. I think his name is Mihao. He was talking about like micro loops and different loops, like certain like conversations. Like he was running conversations like their Venn diagrams, you know, basically chaining conversations, and basically, you know, he was teaching you how to have like a daisy chain, like you could chain a bunch of conversations. You could chain a bunch of conversations to get to where you want to go and stuff like that. And, you know, it was just another level of, it was just another way of multi-threading. You know, I multi-thread, you know. But this is too much. And they don't care about none of this shit. This is what they care about.
I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my effing. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my Bitch, me up, say she gon' turn me up. Say she got gang with and they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
What's going on, D? Ain't none of these girls will listen to this shit.
Others, and then they do something about that relationship. So they might begin treating somebody poorly because they saw something on their phone that made them feel like, well, if that's happening here,
what's going on, JR?
It must be happening here too. And it's not until you slow down enough to get to level 4 that you can take a step. So it's a valuable process. The way that
the first situation that reminded me of stages 1, 2, and 3 was, for example, the brick lady situation. Women identify man as bad.
In your head all day,
they see a circumstance and they determine that all men are bad because of this situation. And it wasn't until their bullshit was uncovered that it perhaps enhances them to get to stages 4 for them to finally have the empathy to consider anything else besides their own confirmation bias that man is bad. But I'll tell you what, if that as a politician, if you master stages 2,
shout out to the BMW Z4 owners. I love the Z4, one of my favorite BMWs.
3, that's really all you need for the majority of the population. Here's the thing, just as he was saying earlier, the majority of people can dip up into stage 4, but only if they want to. Stage 4, 5, 6, only if they want to. But it's a lot more comfortable to only go up to stage 3, especially if it confirms your own bias. Let's go.
That level 4 typically functions is through conformity and agreement. I believe this is the wrong way to behave. I believe this is the wrong way to behave. Agreeing on what's right and wrong and creating a set of rules and following them can solve some of these earlier problems, but also there are an infinite number of ways to decide what is right and wrong. You can have this set of rules over here or this set of rules over here, and that's where level 5 comes in. Level 5 introduces objective observation as a value. Basically, okay, you guys think ABC is right, and you guys think XYZ is right. Well, let's figure out which one is better. And in order to do that, you have to take another...
I know which one is better.
I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins. better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my epiphany. I'm fucking on her, and I'm fucking her best friend. I said on twins, you better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my epiphany. She bitch hit me up, say she gon' turn me up. No, she got ass on her, she think it's full. Tonka truck, say she got gang with her, and they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
I can sit up here and listen to this bullshit. Whole math is better off scribbling this shit on a bitch's knuckles, cause that's what you gonna date. You do all of this shit to go date a bitch with tattoos on her knuckles. You're not fooling nobody. Tonka truck.
Step back into a third person perspective.
Yep.
So again, the first 3 levels are all about me. And then level 4 is if I was another person in my culture, how would I view my behavior? And then level 5 is another step back. If I was an alien or a stranger, how would I view my culture? This also enables you to view other cultures and sets of social norms.
The Cash App, y'all. Let's get some more supporters on the show.
That's why it's global. It's the first time that you can go, oh, I get why they're like that, because they're from somewhere else. Level 5 has only really been around for a few hundred years.
Shout out to Gold P. Gold P said, here's what I know about men. The math says men who get out there, men who get out, God damn it, I'm illiterate, y'all. Men who get out and get it are calculus. I'm calculus about the business. Men build men. Broads, well, Tonka truck. Shout out to Go P. Right, man. God damn. Go outside. Where's the math equation about opening the fucking door? Yeah, the track is knocking, though. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, shit. I'm about to go find this song and download it. Listen to this man talk about this fake ass art. Man, go draw that shit on this woman's booty. That's impressive. Draw it on the Tonka truck.
I just began. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said on twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my epiphany. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said on twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my epiphany. Bitch hit me up, say she gon' turn me up. No, she got ass on her, she thick as fuck. Tonka truck, say she got gang with her, and they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
Tonka truck. Shit.
And it is basically where we get science and the assembly line and other forms of
niggas talking about assembly line. You know what comes off the assembly line? Tonka truck.
Level 6 is where things get really fun. You might remember how it went for me. Level 5 is into objective observation, but level 6 recognizes the role of the perceiver. A different perceiver is going to equal a different perception. That brings in the fourth person perspective. So down at 1, you have me and my needs, the way I relate to others and the way I get my way in my social situation. And then you take a step back. What does my behavior look to others around me? And what rules do we make about that? And then another step back. What
Devin
would
D, I got
our
you queued up. I got you.
Set of rules look like to a different group of people? And then level 6, you step back again, and well, the way that you are looking is going to determine what it looks like. So when you look here, you'll see,
bro, girls just want to have fun. They don't want to do math, bro. This one of those dudes like, okay, technically she took one step forward, so I gotta take one step back, and then I gotta. He too much in his head. Pickup artists, we have to get over that too. Not even pickup artists, players. I have to get over that shit as a player. That shit resurfaced when I started doing pickup, because guess what? I'm trying to stick to a routine or a gambit, so I'm trying to make sure it works. So I'm in my head. Whereas, you know, just on some player shit, I never, you know, did any of that shit. It was natural a little bit more. Yeah, that's what it's saying. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix it. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
And when you look here, you'll see another thing. And when you look here, you'll see a third thing because of who you are and where you came from. So there isn't really any way to objectively observe.
There's no right answer.
Not being able to objectively observe can feel weird. Level 6 is very new. There were a few philosophers talking at that level in the 1800s, but it didn't really show up in mainstream society until 1960s America. So because the way that you're looking determines what you're going to see, that means there are multiple perspectives that are valid because we all have a unique personal subjective reality that's not observable to others. Basically, how do I know that the red that I see is the same as the red that you see? Maybe my red is your green. From the fourth person perspective, there's no way to know. Level 6 is a really good example of why higher development is not always necessarily better. It is a very high degree of moral development, recognizing the validity of everyone's perspective. But let's say, for example, that there's a problem going on down here. Let's say that this guy did something that is considered morally wrong in this culture. But wait a minute, he says, that's how we do it where I'm from. So when level 6 goes crazy, they start saying things like, we can't make this guy follow these rules just because he's here. He has these rules where he's from. And who are you to judge which set of rules is better?
I think upon reaching level 6, any sane person is going to drive themselves crazy if they feel like they can control things outside of their controllable view. I think that if you're a person that can unlock stage 6, if you stop caring about everybody else and kind of their ideologies, then yeah, maybe you could become a hippie. Yeah, everything could be everything, man. There's no right or wrong, man. Who am I to judge, man? Or on the far opposite side of it, you could drive yourself crazy trying to control based off of stage 5, the facts, data, and statistics of what's right and what's wrong. But I think that there's a good sweet spot in being able to understand other ideologies as they exist and be aware of the other perspectives or types of people that have these ideologies while still being able to compare and contrast what is actually beneficial objectively. I also think those that reach stage 6 are probably very good YouTubers because they can take these very complex situations and have the empathy enough to understand or be aware enough other people's perspectives when in consideration of their own. Let's keep going.
My man just said a whole word salad of just $20 words of nothing. Let's see if he draw the Tonka truck somewhere on.
Should recognize everybody's unique perspective. And that can and often does give people the idea, I guess I can just do whatever I want because who are you to judge? That's why we have problems like this. And yeah, some of these people are unfortunate and that's sad, but some of them are just doing whatever they want. And we now have laws that don't distinguish between them because who are you to judge? So at this point, there is this white break in the chart, and that's because we are moving up to second tier consciousness. And what that means is that level 7 is the first level that can understand and include all the previous ones. At level 6, they still insist that they're correct and no one else is. For example, at level 4, you might have a Christian church and a Muslim mosque next door arguing over who has the true faith. But at level 6, we can all get along. We just need more understanding when that's not what either of those groups wants. So even if level 6 says that they're about equality, they're saying we all need to be equal even if we don't want to. And it's not until level 7 that we understand how to actually give each previous level what it wants to have so that they can live in harmony.
All right, guys, I'm actually going to end the video right here. He goes on to explain a lot more of the levels. Again, I'm going to
cynical. What's going on, Sin?
Leave a link down in the description box down below so you guys can go up there and finish out the video. It gets way more complicated with way more degrees of consciousness and awareness and being able to see yourself and others around you. And
yeah, that's just some intellectual jack off. All right, let's go back.
Fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend.
Back to the party,
I said on twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my infinite. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said on twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my say she gon' turn me up. No, she got ass on her, she thick as fuck. Tonka truck. Say she got gang with her, they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
Yeah. 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 Tonka truck. Oh man. Oh man. All right, hold on. We're gonna get to one more little segment, and then I got Devin D's segment coming up. Look at this. He's obsessed with this lesbian lady. I told y'all. I told y'all this black man for you.
It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity. Brothers, I told you about this particular beautiful, I don't know if she's a bisexual stud, if she's a lesbian stud, but she fine. Her name is Forever the Rebel. I told you, brothers, that your boy O'Shea was really trying to get her.
All that red pill shit, and they go after some renegade chick with tattoos on her knuckles. And how can you get on how can you get mad or have something to say about a lesbian when you're trying to pair bond about talking to black women? It's just the weirdest shit. Give me 1 second.
Her, okay? Y'all was supposed to go over there and get her number for me, but y'all ain't no good. Just how girl is. But let me talk about this, family. She put up this video a few weeks ago talking about she was done. This is a lady acting as a stud right now. Let's play the clip.
What's up? I'm a stud. I like girls, but I think I'm finna start dating men. And let me tell you why. So I've been out here dating, and I just find that I date a lot of these femmes, and it seems like I'm a partner, bro. Like, and I love spoiling my women. I love paying for stuff. I love taking them on dates and getting them flowers and make sure they're good in every way, make sure they're safe, opening the door for them, all that. I love that stuff. But it seems like I can't get any spoiling in return. Nobody wants to play that role. I'm getting girls flowers, taking them on these crazy dates, and, you know, them real good, you know, at the end of the night, make sure they get home safe, getting them all of this and getting nothing in return. Like, I don't know if girls are fake gay, but they don't even want to, like, they don't even want to F back. Like, they don't even want to back. Like, am like, what? I be trying to ask girls, like, are you gay for real? Like, are you gay? Because you are, like, you know what I'm saying? It even come down to the conversation. I be carrying the conversation, asking them questions, figuring out what they like and what they don't like. And they don't ask nothing back. Like, and I asked this one girl, like, why don't you ask nothing about me? And she said, I'm just trying to see for myself. What? Like, if I'm paying for everything, I'm doing all the transportation, I'm initiating everything, the least you could do is a little or something, or bring me some flowers, walk to the gas station, give me a bag of chips. I'm not asking for a lot, but it seems like I am, because I can't get anything out these girls, you know. And not everything is about this, but if you're not finna do this and make sure that I'm satisfied, then you have to pay for something. You're gonna have to pull up. You're gonna have to give me something, some blunts, some alcohol or something. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, you rolling up every once in a while ain't even enough no more. It's not enough. Like, I need the full experience the same way that I'm giving you. And I just feel like with a man, like, he's automatically expected to do things, put stuff in motion, pay for stuff, all that stuff. And I know if I had a boyfriend, I would reciprocate his energy and treat him really well, because I already have that in me as a masculinely presented person. And honestly, I'm not even masculine. Like, I'm kind of STEM. Like, I'm kind of STEM. I like to switch it up. Like, I like to be masked most of the time, but I will put on some lashes and a cute outfit and everything like that. So that part of me ain't feeling the not getting nothing in return. It just got me, like, overwhelmed. And as a giver, I need me a giver. And maybe I just haven't found her yet, but it's making me think, like, maybe I'm on the wrong side. Because at least I know with a man, I'm supposed to get some type of spoiling. Because right now, I'm not getting nothing. And it's making me want to switch. So anybody that's out there, let me know if I'm tripping. Studs, am I out there? Y'all feeling like, let me know if I'm tripping, bro.
All right. So basically, she put it out there. She switched up. You know, she basically went out there and was dressing up as a girl. She went on some dates with, you know, some of these brothers out there. I wish it was me, because I would have, listen, if I'd had an opportunity to date her, I wouldn't have fumbled the rock like y'all. Y'all out there looking like Ricky Waters in the 90s, fumbling the rock, okay? You out there like Roger Craig against the Giants in 87 in the NFC Championship game. Y'all out there fumbling the rock because you don't have no game. And you know, of course, brothers knew that basically that she was, you know, gay and all of that. I want you to hear what actually happened. She's going to do a skit of how you brothers are basically talking to her.
All right, here you go, shorty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I told you if you come out with a real man like me, I was going to swear. You know how I do it, you know?
It's so nice in here, too. Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is nice. I told you, like, this how you supposed to get treated by a real man, and you tired of them. Ain't you tired of them girls? Yeah. You coming to the right side. Welcome home, baby. You know what I mean? This how a queen like you supposed to be treated.
Not really, but I guess. Okay.
All right, so like, tell me about yourself. Like, what you like to do? What you got going on?
Well, I'm a business owner. I do music. I like to skateboard.
You do music?
Video games. Yep.
Yeah, like music. I could definitely help you with that. I got some connections. You know what I mean? I put some money in. Like I told you, I'm gonna spoil you. Like, even though I got like 4 kids. 4 kids. 4 kids, but that don't mean that like me and all my baby mamas are cool. Like they cool. Like they know what it is. Like we way past that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
If you say so. Okay, that's interesting. So what are you looking for right now?
What I'm looking for right now, you know, I'm looking for a wife, to be honest. Like, I'm 34 years old. Like, I'm not playing around.
Right.
Like, I want somebody that I can spend the rest of my life with. I want a wife. I want a partner. I want my soulmate. That's really what I'm looking for right now. Like, I want a whole bunch of 21 kids. And you know what I'm saying? I want my wife to help me build my empire. And I'm just looking for my queen, you know what I mean?
Wow.
What are you looking for in a man now that you date men now?
Honestly, I'm just looking for cool people, you know, to vibe with. And, you know, I'm looking for romantic partners. But even if it doesn't work out, like I'm cool with just being friends. Friends? What's wrong with being friends?
See, oh no, I don't even do that. I don't date. About? Like I don't be friends. I dated in the past, like we can't be friends. Like
you're saying we can't be romantic and then go to friends. So then, like I'm not paying for this. Then, you don't have to pay for it. I'll pay for it.
You talking about friends? Like what are you talking about?
Okay, I'm just saying I'm looking for. Regardless of how it ended up, that's all I was saying.
Just find that the relationship, the friendship will come. So this is a date or not?
This can be a date, but I'm.
Hold on, y'all. I'm having problems. I might have to. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna be over at Underrated Darkness soon. I might have to cut the show early. Hold on, y'all. This is some bullshit. Hold on.
It will grow in the relationship. The friendship.
I still got you, Devin D.
So this is a date or not? This can be a date, but I'm paying for my food. You tripping?
On, Joe.
I don't know. You talking back a little too much. Like you was a stud. Can you think and ask yourself, are you even really ready to submit? Submit. Even do that. Submit. Someone that's been masculine.
You submit.
Are you ready to submit?
Submit. You talking about submit, but ain't gave me nothing to submit to. I'm a rock star named Rebel, baby. I'm not submitting to nobody. Matter of fact.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Let me just say this, all right? First of all, I don't know what's wrong with y'all or some of you guys, but let me give you some pointers as an OG, as a brother that's been out here for a long time in the game. Let me help you guys. Okay. First of all, if you're gonna be dealing with a woman that came out of tumultuous relationship, she is gay, she was ever her situation was, it doesn't matter. Here's what I see so many young guys doing. You over there harping on her past. Oh yeah, girl, I'm so glad you came back to men. You know, I'm a real one. I know you're tired of dealing with them. And this is what's wrong with a lot of you dudes, man. You guys are so corny, bro. Like, you don't have no real game. Like, she's out there on a date with you, right? You're at the date with her. What she was doing before you met her, who she was getting her cheeks clapped by, if she was doing something to somebody, a man, female, whoever, an alien, why does it matter? It don't matter. You're there with her. And she told you she was a lesbian. Now you out there like trying to push up on her and try to show her how better men is. She already know that men are better because basically she ain't getting what she getting from the women. Man, talk to her about her. And, like what do you like to do, baby? Let me find out about you. And you really ain't got to say much else because women like to talk. Real talk. You don't have to do a whole bunch of talking or explaining or any of that stuff, man. Just shut your mouth. Let her talk. Because really, like I said, you don't have to do a whole lot as a man. Just show up, be who you supposed to be. And again, not be crazy, not be whatever else. Let her do her thing, man. Let her do her thing. Then you come through there and show her what's a good time to be with you. Boom, you in the game. You know what I'm saying? All that corny stuff about, you're stop talking yourself up too much, man. So many of you dudes out there, you talk yourself up too much and you guys be trash, right? Let me explain what I'm talking about. When I deal with a female, I never tell them I'm a YouTuber. So some chicks don't find out until like a year or two later. They know I have a business, but they don't know I'm people know me. And they're like, yo, how come you didn't tell us? Like I saw one of your videos one day on TikTok or whatever. I didn't even know that this was what you did. I said, it didn't matter. Why do it matter? I gotta tell you that I'm a YouTuber. I'm from the States. I mean, I'm from the States with my accent, but it's not important. I was trying to get to know you. That was the most important thing. What I do don't even matter. You know what I mean? You should be focused on the lady, talking to the lady, making the lady feel safe that she's with you, appreciating her for her time, caring about the lady that you're dealing with. Don't talk about how better you are than the other dudes that she been with or what other girl she been with. You a real one. You can do all. She gonna know that by how you act, right? Like a lot of y'all, you do too much talking and you don't really do a whole lot. You're doing too much talking or you do too much down talking on somebody else. Stop trying to stop trying to upsell yourself to these chicks. Because all you're going to do is crash right now. Stop trying to upsell yourself of how good you are. Other idiots is already going to do that. I'm going to tell you, a lot of ladies I got in my life is really because of so many other dudes' mistakes. I'm going to tell you, especially young guys. Young guys are silly. They have no experience. And all older guys who understand this, because some of y'all dumb too. But you know what I mean. Young guys, you can be in your best physical attractiveness, your best shape, all in your prime, but you don't have no experience. So you sweating the chicks, you saying the wrong thing, you talking too much out of turn, talking too much, whatever. Shut up, man. Shut up and chill with all of that, bro. You're doing way too much. You're trying to upsell yourself.
But he told you to be a passport, bro. He said it's cool to trick. He said he's not doing all of that. He said he's anti-dating coach, even though he put 1 billion of them in the space. Now the same dudes he's backtracking and saying now they have no game. Wow.
To her, trying to make her fall in love with you and all that, man. Just be solid. Don't promise her nothing. Enjoy herself. Yo, thank you for coming out. Give her some time to, contact you, see if she feeling you. Always give her a good time, man. You ain't got to tell her nothing. She's gonna be like, man, that one dude I was dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? And it makes women feel secure. Some dudes, man, that like women be scared to go out with. Some dudes are so corny. You know what I'm saying? So corny. And if you be a man like that, you already got that advantage. Obviously, the girl she was dealing with wasn't hitting on nothing. Take the lady out, show her a nice time. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about nothing in the red pill. Asking about what does she bring to the table on the first date. Man, don't ever ask no female that. What do you bring to the table? Like, come on, man. Like, you know, you're gonna know if she brings them to the table by her actions and what she do for you. Okay, you're gonna find that out soon enough. But that's something you don't talk about on the first date. What do you bring to the table? Well, come on, man. And it's like whatever she brings, she ain't gonna tell you right away anyway. She gonna lie about it. Stop asking chicks what do they bring to the table on the first date. Like what kind of cornball does something like that? Like, this is why some of y'all are slow. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that, please, man. It just irks me when I hear guys saying that. You guys hear what we be talking about on here, and y'all take it literally like you're supposed to do that. I'm a high value man. Why do you gotta tell a woman that, man? When you're a real high value guy, you don't have to say anything. They know it.
Now all of a sudden y'all got game here, man. There's some goofball ass.
Come in, the way you treat the lady, the way you being respectful to her, the way you know what I'm saying, you moving and stuff, it's gonna let her know everything she need to know about you. Period. Right. You ain't gotta talk nothing about yourself. So when she deal with you, she'll be wanting to be around you more. And you know, you ain't gotta be judgmental. How many bodies she got? Why do that even matter right now? That's not important. You in the phase of just trying to get to know the chick, you know? And again, that's something she's not gonna tell you anyway. I only gonna be with one person. Of course, she ain't gonna tell you she was at my house last night though. So you guys blow a lot of opportunities you can have because a lot of dudes are suckers, man. They're gonna mess it up. Most dudes mess up with women, so you have a good opportunity with them. But
this is Shannon B. Can you believe this? I can't take the flip flopping, man. I got cursed out, drugged all up and down through these YouTube streets for telling dudes to have game. Tricking is in. Now O'Shea a game nigga. Okay.
Just by default, you got a good. If you can just keep your composure, you will get a lot of ladies out there, unless they just don't like you at all. But most men are so stupid, and they leave so many openings for you to just, you know what I'm saying? And if a woman is giving you the opportunity to date her or she's giving you an opportunity, man. That's the opportunity. Don't talk about her past, what she's got a relationship with a girl and all of that stuff. Make a lady have fun. Like, listen, baby, where we gonna go? Can we do some fun? You wanna go bowling? And let her enjoy you. You know, you go out there, you deal with her and everything like that. You know, you're appreciating her, she appreciating you. And then you'd be surprised. She start trying to do things for you, man, bringing you food and everything. You know she's gonna let you clap cheeks because they're gonna do that when they feel like, you know what I'm saying, they feel safe. The cheek clapping in Clap State University, it already comes up. I really think we gotta start.
Yeah, now he about to grift into the Clap State University. Man,
coming up with a whole new live about this. This is a
he had the Kevin Samuels told them to dress nice and wash their ass, and they got mad at him.
Big problem, man. Like a lot of the black men gotta get out of that. You guys are too aggressive with these chicks, man. You're too aggressive with these women. You guys are too aggressive with these, and women are very sensitive, man. You guys are doing too much. And Uncle O'Shea is trying to help you get your Clap State University degree, but you brothers are just too much. You know what I mean? And you know, like man, it's just you guys make it too much harder. Like when
he played his YouTube game very he played his YouTube game very slick and crazy, man. He played a YouTube game very slick and crazy because this is some nasty work, man. He'll flip right in front of you. He did it with Pearl. He did it with a man. Anything to get to the top, I guess.
I was younger, it was much difficult, man. But as I got older, it's really not as difficult as you guys make it. Enroll at Clap State and pass your classes, brothers. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Jackson back at it again. The episode of Celebrity Drunk.
That shit crazy. Yeah, Cash App is destroying my account. I don't know what's going on. If you guys could please support the show at on Coffee at the moment, I would definitely appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. for hitting the like button and supporting the show. This is the Cash App start doing too much, man. I gotta order a new card. That's gonna be hell. I don't even use my Cash App card. And I gotta switch to a business account. And I switched to a business account almost 2 days ago. So now I don't understand why they I don't know what they doing with my account. They fucking up my account, man. I don't appreciate that. And then they're like, "Oh, can you call us, nigga? For what? Why?" All right, let's see if we can check out what Devin D sent. Let's check out a little bit of it. Doing too much. What's going on, LT man? Yeah, but I'm not in the States. I can't just switch and then receive a card. I gotta send it somewhere totally different. Shout outs to LT man in the building. If you guys could please hit the coffee. That's the easier way. If you guys could please hit the coffee. Yeah, Sinful would go off. But yeah, but O'Shea brought Sinful into the space. Sinful wasn't worried about no damn manosphere. You dig? Yeah, man. LT, man, they doing way too much, man. Y'all are messing with bi women anyway. Y'all just don't know it. Y'all don't know what that lady hit in reverse. And the older you get, the more lesbian and bi women y'all are dealing with. Y'all don't know what that woman hit in reverse. She don't gotta tell y'all everything. But it's better off that some of y'all don't know.
Serious question to all you guys out there. What makes you never want to settle down?
Mainly watching what happens to men that settle down. This is a depiction of a man endlessly pouring attention onto a woman's ovaries and her remaining unappreciative. This also is something that happens after commitment. She goes, "Please commit to me." And we go, "Okay." And she goes, "Fuck you."
I've dubbed this term the FFB, which stands for the forever fuckboy.
It's really more of an intermittent thing. Here's an example schedule, not very many breaks in between.
I mean, is it like something that happens like in
How does that make you a forever fuckboy because you don't want to settle down with her?
the birth canal?
Exactly the opposite. This is my experience, and this is how much I trust women, and this is when I started lifting weights. I got to see how women treat short-term men, and it's like, why would I be long-term?
I totally get it if obviously you are attractive and successful and you can still.
Why do women always try to sound like they're worrying about something? Like, if I'm gonna be 100% about something, why would it sound like I'm worried about something? Or I'm not sure about what I'm saying? On top of that, a horrible valley accent?
Pull. But I mean, I've met men in their 50s, in their 60s, some even in their 70s, and they're still single.
Well, I'm not gonna just forget this.
Like, how does one become an FFB?
It's experience. We all start out as good boys. We watched our Disney movies just like you. And then when we get into the dating pool, we start to understand, okay, well, things are not really like the movies, but that's okay. And we learn how to interact.
Yep, about to get ready for the show. Shout outs to Underrated Darkness.
You just go, why would I ever commit to anyone? Here, I drew you up some game theory. This is a good girl and a bad girl, and a good boy and a bad boy, and this is loyal and not loyal, and this is loyal and not loyal. So
Oh
this is
my
why I
God.
say that experience destroys innocence, because we usually all start out good. We usually start out as good boys. I say
Let's go
that
back.
experience theory. This is a good, and we learn.
Let's go back. Hold on. Hold on.
And they're still single.
Well, I'm not gonna just forget this.
Like, how does one become an FFB?
It's experience. We all start out as good boys. We watched our Disney movies just like you. And then when we get into the dating pool, we start to understand, okay, well, things are not really like the movies, but that's okay. And we learn how to interact. Some of us end up getting good at it. And when you get good at it, that just destroys you. You just go, why would I ever commit to anyone? Here, I drew you up some game theory. This is a good girl and a bad girl, and a good boy and a bad boy, and this is loyal and not loyal, and this is loyal and not loyal. So this is why I say that experience destroys innocence, because we usually all start out good. We usually start out as good boys and good girls, and we both want to be here. I want to be loyal and get loyalty, and then we're both happy. But we don't know when we're dating a cheater. There's no label. They don't come with a sticker. If I trust you and I think we're here, and then I find out you're not trustworthy, well, now we're at my last option. And I can't get you to be loyal. That never works. So my only option is to also stop being loyal, which is my third favorite option. It's the second one for the bad boy because he prefers having other girls over loyalty. And it works the same way with you. When you trust a guy and he cheats, that's your least favorite option. And then you have to switch, which is your third. And after enough of that getting hurt by the secret bad girl, like going from 1 to 4 is a hell of an experience. So after all that experience, sometimes some of us get to a point where it's like, you know what? I think I just prefer getting my way. I don't think I like loyalty anymore because it hasn't gotten me anything good in the past. So now I prefer when you're loyal and I'm not. And then my second choice is if you're not going to be loyal, then I won't either. Even when I do trust you, it doesn't work out, so why don't I just start off not trusting you? And because of the sexual revolution, we now are at a point where nobody's offering loyalty to start, and everybody is, I'm seeing other people, you're seeing other people, and if I am a good guy deep down and you are a good girl deep down, that's my third favorite thing and your third favorite thing.
What?
But still, nobody stands to benefit by switching. If I am seeing other people and I stop, now I'm a sucker because you're seeing other people and I'm not. And if you become loyal but I don't, now you're a sucker because now you're just one of my many girls. So what you're leaving out of the equation is the female version of the FFB. The main reason that these guys turn into these guys is because we met too many of these girls and we don't know how to tell you apart. So now seeing multiple people is normal. No relationships start like this anymore. They all start like this.
What?
And it's a Mexican standoff because nobody can improve their position by becoming loyal. And when good people end up here enough, they
fuck
just
is this?
turn bad so it hurts less.
And is there a cure?
Yeah, the cure is for everyone to actually be good, which is not going to happen because the equilibrium is over here. Because if you keep saying, well, men are doing it, so I'm going to do it too, then these guys are going to say, well, women are doing it, so I'll do it too. We used to have culture and laws that enforced this, and if anyone stepped out of it, then they had to pay. And when you get rid of that, what you end up with is called a Nash equilibrium, where everybody's getting their third favorite choice, unless you are a genuinely bad person in which you're getting your second favorite choice. So yeah, the cure is to go back to law and culture that enforces monogamy. Sorry. Enjoy your liberation.
You sure told her, bro. Hold on. Why they got Indian Red Boy and Old Boy on there? Rest in peace to him though. Wait, hold on. What the hell is this? What is playing? Hold up. Okay. Some gang shit. What's going on, Royce? Yeah, Tradcon babble. Like what? And then what is he talking about? Man, y'all really dropping the ball on this man shit, man. You dig? You said me and my bro smoked the blunt and a half trying to understand. Man, that should have blown my high. I'd have been mad as shit. All right. But listen, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for the show tonight. We're gonna be over at Underrated Darkness. Make sure y'all hit the link. If you guys definitely want to support the show, please. If you only have Cash App, hold on to your support for a little bit. I'll let you know when it's figured out. Thank you for supporting me. Please hit the coffee. If you guys can, please hit the coffee. You know, I think it takes PayPal. Please hit the coffee. I don't know what the hell that guy is talking about, you know. But definitely please hit the coffee. I got another website over at Coffee. So that will be definitely preferred at the moment. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, and I am fucking confused. I am befuddled. I do not know what that man was talking about. I don't know what the hell he just drawed. And I am thoroughly confused. And none of that shit was game. None of that shit was game. Y'all sit up here and bombard yourselves and listen to bullshit all fucking day and then be wanting people to deal with it. I don't know what that nigga just said. That niggas would do all of that drawing and whole theory and all this other shit and then go get with a bitch with tattoos on her knuckles. All right?
I just began. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my infinite. I'm fucking on her and I'm fucking her best friend. I said I want twins, so better be lesbians. Took a lot of L's, but I was born to win. And no, I can't move without my infinite. Shit, bitch hit me up, say she gon' turn me up. No, she got ass on her, she thick as fuck. Tonka say she got gang with her, and they pulling up. And they all on the business, so they know what's up.
Tonka truck. Tonka truck. Not listen to that weak ass shit. I'd rather listen to that video on repeat. Them girls are not worried about no fucking whole math. It's Player Talk Radio. We out. Peace. Shit.
Thank you.